says Rough Country recommends a certified technician install this system. Recommendations. That's kind of like a suggestion, isn't it? Whatever. We'll figure it out. Welcome back to Off-Road Stuff. Oh, man, it's been a long couple weeks, let me tell you. But with that being said, hopefully you guys have watched a few of the last videos that I've posted. We went up to the High Sierra Poker Run. We did Brewer Lake first, and then we did Bald Mountain after that. Had a great time. Reba did awesome. I think it was after we got back. Anyhow, got to poke it around, just checking to make sure that there wasn't any significant damage or anything like that. She did really good. A couple, little bumps here and there underneath. Nothing crazy. The stock skid plates and everything held up pretty well. The only thing that I did find was, like I said, I'll post a picture down where the E-Vap canister is on this 09. They moved them up in the back, so it's kind of between the drive shaft and the exhaust. And I did run it across a rock. As you can see in the pictures, nothing major, just kind of some surface scratches. But with that being said, I decided that I should probably do a little upgrade in that area, because that's definitely one of the items that I don't want to damage and end up causing some major issues, or I'm not sure how much they cost. I'm sure they're not cheap. So anyways, I went to Rough Country here, and I got their E-Vap canister armor kit, and this is, I think it's like, I don't know, is it 3/16 plate, maybe something like that. I don't know. It's pretty decent. Got the whole kit, was roughly, it was under $100, just put it that way. I think I got it through Amazon. I think the price is about the same, whether you go through Amazon or you go directly through them. Yeah, so anyhow, I'm gonna attempt to put this guy on today, and while we're under there, another one of my my issues is, as you can see, I got a straight through muffler and tip and a couple clamps. It's not so much the muffler. I like how it sounds and everything. It's great. It has a little deep at idle. Once you come up on the road, it kind of pitches out, so it's not crazy going down the freeway. But the dead-gum bumper, and you guys might have noticed this in some of the videos and stuff, or heard it, is every time I try to crawl over something, because she doesn't have much of a lift on it, I think it's was it the 2? It might be the 3-inch lift. Anyways, and the 33-inch tires, every time I try to crawl over something, this back bumper, just the receiver hitch hits. And if you're in the dirt, it's usually not a big deal, but man, when you're on these solid rocks, it really takes the pep out of this if you're trying to, do like a roll and bump kind of thing over something. So, and I've mentioned this in the past, I've never really been thrilled with this rear bumper. So down the road, I want to redo this rear bumper, and I'd like to put a rear winch in it too. So what I'm planning on doing is removing the muffler from its stock location. This one will parallel the E-Vap canister, and then basically just dump out right behind the axle ish. That's why I got this little turn down right here. And then that'll free up that whole back section where the stock muffler usually goes, so that I could do my mount and a winch. And then at that point, I'm going to probably just get rid of this bumper and build me a custom rear bumper. It was one of the things that kept going through my mind on this last run was, it's obviously something that goes through most people's mind when you're wheeling, especially when you have a newer rig that's not fully built out yet, is all the little quirks that need to be twisted, tuned, and modified, I guess you could say. And like most of you guys that follow, and I do appreciate that, I think a lot of us, don't really have the funding to go out and just dump tons of money into some crazy lift kits, lockers, gears, tires, everything all at once. And we kind of have to start at the bottom and pick our battles, work our way up. So what I try to do is the smaller steps that's going to give you kind of the most bang for your buck, your biggest gain for your dollar, and try to do it in a budget-friendly mindset, so that hopefully some of you guys that are just getting into this, that don't have that funding to just go out and build them out of the box, can relate, maybe use some of my tips and tricks to help you guys get going down the road, because that's where you got to start. Sometimes you just got to get out there and get wheeling, figure out what you got to upgrade, and just kind of do it step by step. All right, so let's show you what you get for your $90. Your skid plate, your instrucciones, yeah, we may or may not need that. They got some pretty good pictures. There's a couple brackets and a little hardware kit, nuts and bolts and whatnot. Yeah, so let's get this underway. So I think first thing is, I think we got to take this off.
You know, if you put some air in your tires, you could probably give yourself a good warning.
All right, words of wisdom over here. There we go. Okay. All right. 16 millimeter. If you want to use the gun on this one, you're going to need an extension to work around all this stuff. So I think if we take this clamp loose, we can get this pipe, all of that out of here, including the there it is, the muffler over there. And this thing, I should be able to put in a straight pipe somewhere in this area. I don't know, I might have to cut it like right here where it's straight, because see, it's got a curve in it. So I might have to cut this somewhere in here where this pipe straightens out, and then put the straight pipe in here, and then it's going to dump. Got her in there. So what I did is, this is the factory pipe right here. I just cut it, I don't know, about 3 or 4 inches past the cross member right here. I got a clamp up. I'll come back and re-weld this later with the wire feed. And then I just put the tip right on there with one of these, kind of a band type clamp, I guess. And there's a little bit of movement, so I'm going to put a hanger eventually, probably come off of this cross member right here and bring a little hanger down. But not too bad. The biggest problem was not so much getting it out, because I ended up cutting it in a couple pieces, but these dang hanger grommet thingies, where is it? Right here. These guys are a pain in the butt. Look at all that room for activities. All right, well, there she is. Not as loud as I thought it might have been. The muffler doesn't have a whole lot of redirection or anything. It's just a straight through, kind of like an old school glass pack. So, like I said, the hardest part was just getting those rubber hangers off. Once I got those off, the rest of it was just kind of cut and paste, put everything together. Yeah, the only thing that I could see might have an issue is it kind of has that little feel for the back pressure kind of poppy sound a little bit. So we'll find out how that is next time we take it out and get it on a D-cell. But other than that, the E-Vap canister skid plate thing was actually easier than I thought it was going to be. So that's definitely a DIY in your driveway kind of deal. And the exhaust, hopefully that's going to keep it out of the way so we can start on the next part of this project, which is going to be putting in the winch and the new bumper for higher clearance. So thanks a lot. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share with your friends, ring the bell for notifications, and most importantly, get out, get your hands dirty, and have some fun. We'll see you guys later. Thank you.